The Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest. Be you. Be you. There's no gimmick. You don't have to contrive anything. Who are you? Where are you today?
How did you get mentally and emotionally so strong where it doesn't bother you?
Well, you got to look at the reality of the situation. Like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself. Like, it's not about you, man. Like, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Like, get over yourself.
That's where you go.
Get over yourself, right? Like you're worried about how people may perceive you, and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. Get over yourself, right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. Yeah, it's funny. Like, to me, the mentality is a really simple one in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing, right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before, so it's one more time. You're out running on the track, working out, and you start talking to yourself saying, man, my knee is really sore right now. Maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I need to back off, Man, my lungs are burning. Maybe I can just slow down here. I'll do like an extra 2 sets tomorrow. It'll be okay. Yeah. Right? That sort of stuff.
Yes.
Like that stuff's dangerous.
Yes.
And that's, you just gotta say, you know what? I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made. The deal was made. I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing. I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. Throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope. Listen, I don't deal with people that don't commit at that level, but then act as if they do. I don't deal with that. I don't. But if you're lazy, man, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. You're gonna make me feel dumber. You're gonna lower my level. I don't think so. You can go over there. There's plenty of teams in here where you'll fit right in. It's either you have it or you don't. That sounds like excuses to me. I mean, you gotta figure it out. If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out. Every puzzle is constructed differently. Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just gotta figure out your own puzzle. It's just a matter of what's important to you. What's important to you for whatever reason. I felt like I didn't feel good about myself if I wasn't doing everything I could to be the best version of myself. If I felt like I left anything on the table, it would eat away at me. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror. It's just a matter of what's important to you. And what's important to you. I think the definition of greatness is to inspire the people next to you. I think that's what greatness is or should be. It's not something that lives and dies with one person. It's how can you inspire a person to then in turn inspire another person that then inspires another person. And that's how you create something that I think lasts forever. And I think that's our challenge as people, is to figure out how our story can impact others and motivate them in a way to create their own greatness.
Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so. Okay. From one of my English teachers at Lower Merion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's something I always live by. I'm not gonna rest, I'm gonna keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have. even questions that I don't have. But I'm just gonna keep going. Just gonna keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way.
What I try to do is just try to be still and understand that things come and go, emotions come and go. The important thing is to accept them all, to embrace them all, and then you can choose to do with them what you want versus being controlled by emotion. You know, a lot of times I've seen players, even myself, you know, when I was younger, being consumed by a particular fear, and to the point where you're saying, okay, nah, it's not good to feel fear. I shouldn't be nervous in this situation right now. And it does nothing but grow versus stepping back and saying, yeah, I am nervous about the situation. Yeah, I am fearful about the situation. Well, what am I afraid of? And then you kind of unpack it. And then it gives you the ability to look at it for really what it is, which is nothing more than your imagination running its course.
And if practice is more intense and harder than a Game 7 will be, then a Game 7 will be easy. But if it's not, then that's when teams start folding and capitulating.
It's a constant process. It's exciting when you win, it's exciting when you lose, because the process should be exactly the same, whether you win or you lose. As you go back and you look and you find things that you could have done better, you find things that you've done well that worked, you figure out how did they work, why did they work, how can you make them work again?
Yeah.
And but the hardest thing is to face that stuff. Got to deal with it. Face it, learn from it.
Talk about hard work all the time. It's like, you know, man, if you got to get up every single morning and remind yourself how hard you need to work, you probably need to choose a different profession. You know, because that shouldn't be there. I wake up in the morning excited to get to it. You know, if I'm not training, I'm missing it. If I'm not watching a game of basketball, I miss it. You know, there's no place I'd rather be. And if you have that feeling, then you're truly doing what God has put you on this earth to do.
But the idea starts with us at its core of what the hero villain is, and then from that, things can be created.
Explain the hero villain.
Hero villain is a simple philosophy of how do you channel the villain to unleash the hero? How to use darkness to create greatness.
Right, so then how you inspire? You can inspire in a myriad of ways, right? You can inspire through love, right? You can inspire through fear, right? Hatred. There's a lot of ways to inspire. And so how are these athletes in the world using their platform to inspire, right? And that's where the conflict ensues in all of our stories.
I was able to learn a lot myself, but I was always, still now, I mean, reading a lot and learning a lot.
Like what? What type of books? What type of material?
People, the journey that people go through. Like, what is the inner conversation that they have, the inner monologue? How do each of us navigate through our own insecurities, right? Our own moments of doubt, right? And then when you have those doubts, understanding where do those doubts come from in the first place, you know? And I think once you understand that, then really you can create anything you want. You know, it's just a matter of first how to navigate the journey of the self. And once you have that, you can be dropped into any industry whatsoever and you can figure it out.
You really gotta pick our energy up. We're playing desperation basketball. Hey, no mercy, man. No mercy. That's on defense, stay aggressive. All right? On offense, be patient unless you run on a break. All right? Nice and patient. Okay, so he might hit you. Austin's gonna be sitting in your lap. Right? So you got boom, boom.
What doubts do you have about yourself internally?
It's not, I've never, doubt is such a strange thing. I mean, it's, you know, there'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. You just put one foot in front of the other, you control what you can't control, and then you see what the outcome is. Right? If you win, great. You're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks, but you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway. Right? So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other. You train as hard as you can, and you step out there and you let it flow.
hear everything that the crowd is saying. And I hear it. So it's like this place where it was my refuge is now being bombarded with all kinds of things that they would say.
I had to separate myself. Because going through that time, it felt like there's so many things coming at once and just becoming very, very confusing. I had to organize things. So I created the Black Mamba. Kobe has to deal with these issues, all the personal challenges. The Black Mamba steps on court and does what he does.
Has to put it up with the buzzer. Banks it in! He banks in the three! What a disappointing loss for the Miami Heat, who so well here in the fourth quarter, with Kobe Bryant with 17 fourth quarter points. Sends this place crazy. And the fans with a standing ovation for the Lakers.
Kobe, three. At the first thing.
The Mamba, see the venom that he's spewing.
It was just fun. Everyone. I'm destroying everybody that step on the court.
Kobe with it, guarded by Patterson, staying outside the arc, dribbling. Patterson tweaks his scoop. Kobe course.
He's torching whomever. Ball gets a screen from Odom. Great play by Bryant. Kobe will take it in and throw it down on Paul.
And all this pent up frustration I just needed to let out.
Bryant attacking.
It was an avalanche, man. And, there was nothing that was going to get in the way. There was nothing that was going to stop me.
Bryant.
It's the battle that's going on within me that I'm carrying with me to these competitions. So it's not about you. It's not about anybody else. You're not making me go. I'm driving this thing, man, and you just so happen to be a person that's in a way that may get demolished in the process.
Gentlemen, you have witnessed the second greatest scoring performance in NBA history.
college and take my talents to the NBA.
For me personally, it's really fulfilling being 21 and winning a championship right now, and to do under these circumstances is a great feeling. get from tonight is understanding that those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true. Something greater will.
Bryant with the save. Oh, you gotta get a shot here. Final seconds. Bryant for the win.
Oh my God. This is it, fellas. You work all year long for it, man. Shaq the man, most dominant player in the world. Championship, it's ours. Love it. It's beautiful. Mwah. 2G, baby. You love it. We out.